Hello and welcome to another part of my quest system series. In today's video we're gonna wrap up the implementation of our journal widget, so let's get started. First off, let's go to our quest category widget, because we did not implement any functionality here just yet, so we will do that. Let's select our expand button and add an onClick event for that. Also, we will create a variable here of the type boolean, which is called expanded, so that we expand that category or not. Default for that will be false, and our quest box is set to collapse by default. Now when we click that, we want to set our expanded boolean to the opposite of what it is currently. To do that, just drag it in and add a not boolean. After that, we will get our expand button and set the render angle. Then off of the angle, add a select node. The pick A will be our expanded, and for A we will type in 0 and for B -90. Then drag in our quest box and set visibility. Here again, drag off of the visibility, add a select node. Connect the expanded as the index. If it's not expanded, we will set it to collapse, and otherwise it will be self-hit test invisible. Compile, save, close it. Then let's go to our quest journal, head over to the graph, and first we have to add some variables here. The first one will be a reference to the quest manager. Variable type here, quest manager reference. Then we will need the current quest widget that is selected. Variable type here will be quest list entry. And then we'll create another variable that is all quest entries. It will be of the same type, but it will be an array. Compile and save. Now we will start with our functions. First one will be called update suggested level color. Let's search for our suggested level text, drag it in, set color and opacity. You can right click on the in color and opacity and split that. Afterwards we will return. Now we have to get that color, and remember that we already did that in our quest list entry, so we can open that up, go update level color and select everything here, hit Ctrl C to copy it, go back to our quest journal and paste it here. Plug in the select color for the in color and opacity, then remove journal and character reference and drag in our character reference for that. And remove the assigned quest, replace that with the selected quest. Now that's everything we had to do for that function. Next one we will call update description. So when we complete certain subgoals, we will add new parts of the description, so we will be able to tell a story with our quests. Drag in the description text and set text. Then drag in the selected quest, get the current description. We could plug that in right now, but actually what I want to do is that you can have line breaks in your description and empty lines to indicate that there are different parts, and you cannot do that just like that, so we'll have to work around and convert that to a string. And then we will call a function with the name replace, and you can specify a kind of command that will then be replaced by an empty line. So for me that will be /n, and that is used in most engines actually. And for the two, just hold down shift and hit enter once, add a line break there. Then connect the return value to our text and that will be converted. Afterwards return. File and save. Next function will be called generate subgoals. Here we will need our quest goals box. First clear that. Then we need our selected quest again. let's get our completed subgoals, and we will go into a for each loop. Let's actually break the array element here, and then we will create a widget of the class goal entry. The goal info comes from our goal info here. The journal will be a reference to ourselves, and for the state we will add a select node, connect the successful as the index, and if that's true we will use success, and if not we'll use failed. Afterwards copy over our quest goals box and add child to vertical box. Connect the return value here, line that up. After we've created a widget for all of our completed subgoals, we want to do the same thing for the current ones. So copy the selected quest, get current goals, and again add a for each loop. Connect that to the completed of the first one, and again create widget. Class will be goal entry. The goal info comes from our array element. We know that the state is current, and the journal, again, a reference to ourselves. Then we can copy over the add child to vertical box, paste that, and connect the return value as the content. After we've completed our second loop, we can return. And then we will need the function to update the whole detail window. So let's call that update detail window. What we will do is first get our selected quest, check whether that is valid. If it's not valid, get the quest details box and set the visibility of that to hidden. Afterwards return. But if it is valid, we want to get our selected quest, get the quest info, break that, also expand it, and now we'll have to set our texts. So first we will get our quest name, set text. In text will just be the name. Then we will get our quest category, set text again, and for the in text just drag off the category, convert that to string, enum to string, and then back to a text. Then we want to drag off of the quest category once again and set color and opacity. We already did it once so that we changed the color according to our categories, so we can copy that from our quest widget, that is. Go to the graph, to the update quest, and here we have our select node with our specified colors, so let's copy that, back to our quest journal, paste it. The index will be our category, and then we will split our in color and opacity and connect the return value as the in color. Afterwards we will also need to set our quest region, so set text to our region. Again, you'll have to convert that to a string because it's an enum, and then to a text. Also we want to get our suggested level text and set that. Set text first. Here we will need to get our suggested level, convert that to a text, to text in, and we will uncheck use grouping, then connect the return value. After we set the text for our suggested level, we also want to update the color, so just call our function here. Now we will have to worry about our reward. So let's drag off of the completion reward and break that somewhere up here. First we'll need to check whether the experience is greater than 0. Add a branch for that. If that is the case, we will get the EXP reward box, set the visibility of that to visible, then get the EXP reward text, set text, and here we will use a format. The format will be plus, then hit spacebar, in curly brackets amount, after that hit spacebar again, and then EXP. the amount will just be our experience here, converted to text. And again, uncheck use grouping, connect that as the amount. If our experience is equal or less than 0, we will copy over the EXP reward box and set visibility node, but we will set that to collapsed. Right? After we set that for our EXP, we want to do the same thing for our prestige points. So let's check whether that's greater than 0. Add a branch. We need to connect the branch to the true and the false path. Then we will need to drag in our prestige reward text and prestige reward box. Set visibility to visible. Copy that, paste it, connect the box as target and set it to collapsed if it's false. Then set the text for the prestige reward. Let's copy the format. Connect that as the in text. Let's exchange EXP for PP and connect the prestige points as the amount this time. Now we also want to get our reward box for both rewards. Set the visibility of that. Connect it to both paths again. And here we will use a select node. Now the index will be that our experience is less than or equal to 0 and that our prestige also is equal or less than 0. So if there is no reward at all, we will set the visibility of our reward box to collapsed and otherwise to visible. Okay, that's it for our rewards. After we did that, we want to update the description, generate our sub-goals. Then we will also drag in our button box, set visibility. Again, we will have to use a select node. The condition here will be that the selected quest's current state is equal to current quest. Connect that as the index. If it's true, we'll set it to visible, if not to collapse. And the last thing that we'll have to do is get our quest details box and set that visibility to visible. Then we can return. And now we'll need one more function, and that is add entry. It will have one input of the type BP master quest reference. That is called quest actor. Here we will create a widget of the class quest entry, quest list entry. Connect the assigned quest to the quest actor. Journal will be a reference to ourselves. Afterwards, drag off of the quest actor and set the list entry widget to the return value, so we can reference that later in our quest class. Also drag in our all quest entries array and add the return value of our quest list entry creation to that. And finally, we want to drag in our two categories, completed, current, fail. Let's arrange those. Here we want to use a select node again. The index will be the current state of our quest actor. Connect the cat current as current quest, cat completed as completed, and cat failed as cat failed. Then off of the return value get the quest box. And then we'll add child to that. And the content will be the return value that we created here. After that we can return. File and save. That's all of our functions actually. But there are some events that we also have to create. So let's go back to our event graph. First, we'll add a custom event with the name initialize. It will have one input, which is the quest manager. Type for that is BP quest manager reference. The only thing we'll have to do is set our quest manager reference to the incoming one, then get the character reference, third person char reference, set that to our character reference. Let's add another custom event, call that onQuestClicked. So what happens when we press one of our quest list entries? That event has to have an input. Call that clicked widget. Type will be quest list entry reference. The first thing we'll have to do here is get the current quest widget and check whether that's already valid. If so, we'll need to get the button, quest button of that, and set is enabled to true. Then we will set the current quest widget to the incoming one, connect that to the is not valid and the is valid path. Afterwards, get its quest button. This time we will set is enabled to false. Also, off of the current quest widget, get the assigned quest and set that to our selected quest. Before we will call update detail window. And then there's one thing we'll also have to do, and that is our select button here. Add an onClicked for that. We will add the cancel button later when we actually have some functionality for that. So when we click the select button, we first want to add a branch by holding B and left clicking. Now we will check that our quest manager current quest does not equal our selected quest to the branch. So is the quest that we have selected in our journal a different one than the one that is actually already selected? Because only then we will have to select it. To do that, just copy over the quest manager and call select new quest. The quest will be the selected quest, and for the sub goal we will drag off of the selected quest, get the quest widget, get the sub goal widgets, and get from that at index 0. Alright, compile and save. That's everything for our quest journal actually. And now we'll also have to set up some other stuff. First we can close the quest journal, but actually our onQuestClicked event is never called. So let's fix that by going to the quest list entry, event graph, selecting our quest button and adding an onClicked event. So when we click that, let's drag in the journal and call onClicked. OnQuestClicked. The clicked widget will just be ourselves. Pile save, close the quest list entry. Then we also did not call the initialize journal function yet. We will have to do that in our third person character. Go to event begin play. And here, before we update the level, let's drag in the main widget, get the journal, and call initialize. Line that up here, add some space. Also we have to plug in the quest manager reference. Pile save. Now we also have to worry about updating our quest list entries and the quest details when we level up, so that our little color indicator changes. So let's find our onLevelUp event. Here it is, event onLevelUp. Let's expand our comment box here. After we update the level, we want to drag in our main widget, get the journal, get all quest entries, and we will add a for each loop. For all of them we will call update level color. That's loop body. And afterwards drag off of the journal, get the current quest widget and check whether that is valid. Connect that to the completed. If it is, drag off of the journal and call update suggested level color. connect that to the isValid, expand our comment box. That should be it for our third person character. And go to our blueprints, actors, quest actors, BP master. First, let's add a new function here called selected in journal ? It will be a pure function with one output of the type boolean called out ? And what we'll check is that the quest manager, main widget, journal widget, and then the journal selected quest equals ourself. And it's actually connected to the second condition. The first one will be that the selected quest is valid. Then connect the end to the out. Compile and save. Let's go to our complete subgoal function. Right here, when we add the completed subgoal, we will add some space because we did not update our current description yet. So what we'll have to do is to drag in our local completed goal, break that up here, expand it, and off of the update quest description add a branch. That here. If it's false, just go to what we do next. But if not, we will set the current description and we'll use a format again. The format will be in brackets current and then in brackets without any space next. So we will just append our current description to the updated description of our local completed goal. Plug that in as the new current description. Afterwards, we will also have to check whether we are selected in the journal, because then we also have to update that information. If not, just go to the remove function. But if so, get the quest manager, get the main widget, get the journal widget, and call update description. After we update the description, we can go to the remove node as well. Then we'll have to go to the end here, to our for each loop. And before we do anything in here, we will add some space again. Because here we will again check whether we are selected in the journal. If not, just proceed with the next branch. But if so, we can copy over our quest manager main widget journal and then call generate subgoals. Afterwards, go to the branch. Alright, the last thing that we'll have to do is go to our actors BP quest manager, to the add new quest function, and right here, after we update the quest and before we go into the branch, we will add some space and get the main widget, get the journal widget, and call add entry. The quest actor will then just be a local quest actor. Then we can connect it to the next branch, compile, save, and we have everything done for our functionality. Before we can test, there is one thing we'll have to do, and that is to go to our quest actors and actually set them up to update the description and to have a reward or something. Let's go to quest test 1. We will just type in some starting description. This is the first quest ever that you will have to complete in order to proceed with the main story. Your first goal is to hunt 9 dragons! Exclamation mark. Give it a suggested level, maybe level 5. Expand the completion reward, and we will have an experience reward of 500, prestige reward of 250. Also go to the sub goals, and our first sub goal should update the quest description, and then we can type in what part of the description follows. Here we will use the command we specified, so /n, and we will use that twice, so there is one empty line in between. After that we can say, in order to complete the quest you have slain 9 dragons, but the quest still goes on! Exclamation mark. Alright, then we can go to quest test 2. We will give that no completion reward, so we can see that our box will be hidden then. And let's set the suggested level to 0. Type in some description. This is the second quest. I cannot think of a better description! Exclamation mark. Now we can hit compile, save and test. Okay, so first we will need to get our first quest. So press E, we've got that. And then we can hit I to see our mouse cursor. If we expand our completed quest, nothing happens, we can't see anything. But if we expand the current quest, you will see my first quest ever. Region is Kanto and the suggested level is 5. We can see it's red because our level is much lower than that. If we select it, we can see the style here changed. It's the main quest in Kanto, still is red. We can see our rewards here, 500 XP, 250 PP. Here we have our little description, and afterwards we can see the goal, hunt dragons. Let's actually hit G to add our second quest. You can see that updated right here. The level is indicated green because we're higher than that. If we select it, you can see it's a side quest, Kanto 0. Our description is here and we see our first goal. What we can also do is go to our first quest and down here hit select quest. See, that was selected. And if we press J, we completed one of our goals here. And you can actually see that our description updated as well as our goals. So we have that little check mark to indicate that we completed Hunt Dragons, and here are our 3 new goals. Also we can hide category by just hitting that little expand button. And that's it for our journal functionality. See you in the next episode.